bit of an update. The other day I was talking about how I don't feel comfortable questioning interpreters anymore. But recently I went to the ER for my daughter. She's fine, by the way. But I tried to call. She set up an appointment and they recommended that we go straight to the ER. They have better machines there and stuff. So at the emergency room, I met my mom. She came with me, thankfully, so I wouldn't have to go by myself. But we go in, we talk to the lady at the front desk, and we're explaining what's going on with my daughter. And she's asking me questions for information, my name, address, and all that stuff. So I'm telling her everything, I'm lip reading, everything's going good. But when I give her my information, she starts typing it into the computer and she looks down. So I can't lip read anymore. So I'm having to ask her to repeat herself after that. After she looks down, she's asking more questions. And she seems a little bit irritated that I'm asking for her to repeat herself. I asked her, maybe she's done. But after she saw me and my mom signing to each other, she changed and she became more friendly. So we sit down in the waiting room. So the lady who called it, she had a mask on, so I wasn't sure if it was for us. So like that's but thankfully my mom called it. So we got up, we went into the room. The first room we go in, she has to read my daughter and she's asking her some questions with the mask on, so I don't know what she's asking, but my daughter knows and she's answering, so I don't know what they're saying. And then we go into the room and she's asking me questions and I can't really understand her with the mask on. And my mom asked her if she minded taking it off, and she said no, she couldn't do that because she has a little bit of a cold, so she has to leave it on. And she asked us if we wanted an interpreter, and I said yes. So she brought in a screen from like down the hall, connected it to the interpreter. It was really quick. I was really surprised at how quickly it connected, and I was really happy to see that it was just available like that. We waited for a little bit, and then the second lady that came in, as soon as she came in, she asked me right away if I would prefer for her to have a mask off, and I said yes, please. She takes the mask off and she's turning to the interpreter and she's talking for a little bit about something, I don't know. They look like they're throwing numbers back and forth. Maybe it's the ID number or something, I don't know. They do that for a little bit and then they start talking to me and asking me questions. So after she took it off, I didn't really need that interpreter, so I'm just looking straight at her and answering other questions right away. And so she seemed a little confused by that. She kept looking at the interpreter and she's pausing, waiting for the interpreter to finish. But I'm already answering before the interpreter is done. But she keeps glancing at the screen. But she's really friendly. She's doing, everything's good. She's asking my daughter some questions. So after she left, the lady from the front desk comes in. She's still friendly at this point, but she won't face me. So she's trying to give me some papers for billing information. And she's telling me that I need to sign right here, but she won't face me. She's talking to the interpreter on the screen. So she's facing the screen, talking to the interpreter, and handing me the paper. And I let her go. I think about saying something, but I had to say a little bit, and I'm just gonna let her go. We're about to leave soon, so I should have said something for the next person, but I didn't. So I signed the papers, I hand them to her, and she leaves. And then another person comes in. This time it's a guy, and I'm trying to give my daughter some medication. He again turned to the interpreter on the screen, and he's explaining the medicine. His whole body is just facing the screen, and I'm standing right there, and he's holding the medicine. She's like, so she's gonna take this one, and then after that we can give her this one. And I'm like, okay, can you please face me that time, because she's talking for such a long time. So I'm like, if you're gonna be talking for over a minute, at least face me. I didn't say that, I'm just thinking it, but I asked him to please face me. He's really cool about it. He said, okay, sure. So after that, he starts speaking directly to me. He gives my daughter the medications and leaves, and then the second woman comes back, and that one too seemed really confused that I was looking at her instead of at the screen. So she comes back in, she's talking slowly for the interpreter. She keeps pausing and waiting for the interpreter to finish. But she's still very friendly, very respectful, and she says that we're good to go, we can leave, but she will call us with the results. I said, okay, sounds good. And we're about to leave, and she goes, but how are we gonna do that? And I said, well, I have an app. I have a relay service where I use an interpreter on the phone. And she's like, but how are we gonna contact you? And I said, well, I already gave them my phone number, so they have my information. So when they call that number, I go straight to the interpreter. So that's how it works. And she's like, oh, okay, that sounds really cool. So yeah, that was my visit in Toronto. I'm really happy that everyone's really friendly. One of the reasons why I don't request an interpreter, I don't like to be treated differently, and I've just experienced a lot of discrimination growing up, but thankfully it seems to have changed these days. So maybe now I should start the question one. So again, the data is fine, thankfully, and I'm just really glad you have had a positive experience with the interpreter and everything. So